Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel and the Life Lesson Series 302. We continue our Life Lesson Series. Can't believe we got 300 of these. Life Lesson Series is just here to give you a reminder of things that life may be trying to teach you and things that you may not necessarily be fully focused on. And so we do that as often as we can. Usually I'm here multiple times per week. Sometimes life gets away from me running multiple businesses, but try to be here as often as I can. And so as we continue to move forward, it is valuable that you're here. Thank you for being here. Please like, subscribe, comment, and do all that good stuff below. If you're looking for life coaching, business coaching, relationship coaching, habit change, would love to be of assistance to you in that way. Please reach out at PO Perception on Twitter and or in the About Me section of this YouTube page. Either one will get you where you need to be. First thing is give all that you have to whatever's in front of you. And that means being focused on giving as a continual process. Also, it means being focused on giving as something that you do with all of your being whenever you can. It's more important to do less things and do them with 100% of yourself than it is to do lots of things or be very connected but only be half-heartedly doing things. And that's something that I think we lose within ourselves a lot, and that is the reason that knowing yourself is super important. To know yourself means knowing your strengths, knowing your weaknesses, knowing your passions, knowing when you're losing interest in something. I've seen so many people stay in jobs or relationships that they've outgrown, stay in situations that no longer serve them well just because they are at a different place than when they started with whatever they're trying to accomplish. And then they waste sometimes months or even years of their life behind something that they used to enjoy or used to matter to them or they used to be passionate about, and they haven't resparked and they haven't moved forward. And so that leads to just, the finite time we have being lessened, all because we aren't necessarily fully honest. And sometimes being honest can be extremely difficult, especially if you've outgrown your love for a person or you've outgrown your desire to be committed to family obligations. And I say this all the time. A lot of people say, how can you teach against being family orientated? And the answer is, well, certainly we want to be there for family. We want to be there for our friends, for our children, for our partners. But if you really have decided that you can't do these things, ultimately you're doing more damage to them by being half involved, because they now have to worry about the psychological effects of trying to get your full attention, trying to get your full influence, and then you're actually doing more damage to them. So be a leader by being honest and committed and fully within yourself. And hey, sometimes leadership means walking away from something. Other times it means disciplining yourself. Other times it means dealing with emotions you haven't in a while, or dealing with mental or emotional instabilities that may not be acceptable to deal with the way you were raised or however it is. Look, everyone has things that they can improve, myself included. And as long as you're working on making those improvements, you're doing better than a lot of people in the world who are living on autopilot. I think living on autopilot needs to become kind of an enemy within our culture, because I think if we did that, we would see people have more joy, more fulfillment, more happiness, more peace, and ultimately better qualities of life over long. And the next thing is, think about what you believe and why you believe it. It's great to have beliefs, but if you're only believing them because somebody taught you to, those beliefs aren't as useful as you think they are. Instead, focus on believing things based on understandings and being able to articulate what you believe and why you believe it in a way that makes sense for you, so that if somebody came to you and said, what do you believe in as far as an afterlife, or what do you believe in as far as politics, or what do you believe in as far as what love is or success is, you can articulate that in a couple of sentences to a couple of paragraphs, so that people can understand and get to know you. The more you know about why you believe what you believe, the better you can articulate for the people in your life or new people that you meet what your needs are, and that means the quality of your life will improve dramatically. The next thing is, and the last thing for this particular audio, is be persistent. Be persistent in your desire to make positive changes in your own life and those that you can help. Now, persistence doesn't mean being redundant. If someone doesn't want your help, don't try and force it on them. And I do see that more often than I would like to, in terms of just people thinking, oh, I want to change, therefore this person would want to change, or this person should want to change, or do this or that. But the reality is, sometimes people don't want to do the things that we think they should or think they could or whatever the case may be. The distance there and the difference there is knowing what people are comfortable with, what they're willing to do, what they're not willing to do, and honoring wherever they are. Being persistent towards the idea of change and the need for change is one of the most important things that we can begin to do in a meaningful and long-term way. So hopefully this is helpful. I encourage you to keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.